myself from yesterday agreed to keep working.
I added a little circle. You guys wanted a circle, so you guys got a circle. Good morning, YouTube. Let me share this in the Discord. I have like 50. Here's my usual stream. Oh, going against me a little bit here. Hold on, let me focus on this trade before I do any YouTube stuff. Still like it short. So I add a little more here. I don't like that I don't have my tick strike. I can't hear my tick strike. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Up, ripped against me. Now I gotta close this. All right, down 200. And I'm fiddling with like a bunch of things. This is not conducive to trading here. So I'm gonna step back here real quick, get everything rolling. All right, I need to get YouTube going here. There we go. Need to share this. Yeah, everybody who's in short there just got squeezed out. The VWAP Bounce on ES is still intact. I saw that as well, but look at that. See, and that's why I stopped out, guys. I took that $200 loss. But you got to cut them when you're wrong. I would have probably cut it a little earlier if I was paying attention. Good morning, Nathan. Okay. Now let's look for some more opportunities. That squeezed us right back out to the top. Took a small loss on that one. Let's see what's next. That's just a giant short squeeze. That's the fade value area extreme. Fade value area extreme on the volume profile here. So I'm watching this distribution here. Weird how it's going. There's no buyers on NQ or ES. Strictly Microsoft and Nvidia are driving this thing higher. I'm not convinced of a breakout quite yet. I don't think they're going to make it that easy. So we'll see. Looking to fade this value our extreme on the distribution we've built up here. There we go.
According to Punch
Looks like they're trying to cap this off a little bit.
budget, increased defense spending.
Buyers stepping in, VIX is dropping. This might push it higher. Let's see. Capping. All right. Back to point of control.
Further detail here, Trump's budget would increase homeland security spending by 65%.
So what I'm watching here, guys, is this distribution we formed pretty much since pre-market. Fading value area extremes, even though we are above upper band, we haven't built or broken out of this distribution yet. So I'm just trading the distribution. This is fade value area extremes on the distribution.
So Trump's non-defense spending will be reduced by 23%. Again, all according to Punch News here.
We're trying to buy it up, but it's going to take a lot to move it out of this distribution. Might get it. We'll see.
Here, of course, the Doge expands presence at SEC. The Doge adds third staff member at SEC.
Wrestling with this level here. Trying to keep it going. They're trying to keep it alive. See if they can. This will be the push, or just fade this area back to the point of control, 2100. So the reason I'm short here, guys, is we're in a distribution that we formed on the volume profile. We are battling with the edge of it right here. So we haven't proven to build out of this distribution area we've pretty much formed. Now that's kind of convincing right there. But let's see if that wasn't just a short squeeze. Keeps going, I'll get out. Take off some size. only have 2 up here. Coming awfully close to that yearly VWAP up here too. I got back in. I am battling up here. Pretty much top tick that put that to break even, see if I can catch a bigger move with this one last contract. At least back to 2100. Only risking about $60 of profit here. So all right, what are you guys saying? Sorry, I've been focused so much on trading here. Good morning, Nathan. Morning, Shotgun Eric. Do you cut your losses as soon as they go red, or do you have designated stop loss? Yeah, I do have more of a designated stop loss by amount that I'm willing to lose. It could be $500, $1,000, even $2,000, depending. In my cash account, I have much wider drawdown, obviously, than these little XFAs. So, good question. Let me hop on over to the Discord here, see what you guys are talking about. All right, yes, rated upper band. I'm also fading ES. I mean, this is I mean, it looks like a good fade, guys. I mean, it's, you know, they could grind through all this. We'll see. Yeah, right off that extension to the tick. That doesn't mean it can't push through it. If they want this thing to go higher, because technically we are in price discovery, you know, on higher time frames in a lot of different ways. So, you know, we have a mixed market here, up here. So it's not the best setup. It's one worth taking, in my opinion. Stop me out. I'm only down 60 now. I was down about 300. Gold running, you say? I see gold and is right in the middle of value. Gold's at VWAP. That's a fade value or extreme. I wouldn't call that running. Trying to push higher. We can get a real big move up to 250, guys. This could be a big grind for the next 100 points here. Not an easy trade one way or the other, unfortunately. We're kind of like in no man's land right here. We have a good 100 points of upside. No real good long trade. Very difficult to manage risks. So let's see what else we got. Gold's at VWAP. Oil breaking into value. That's kind of interesting. Oil, I've found oil very difficult to trade lately. Let me look at I have some longer term positions here. I might want to sell some stuff up here. All right, now we wait. I like the higher time frame long on oil here. I give this one a whirl. All right, just took a long on oil. This is a return to value trade. NQ's just taken off. 250 I like for the short. Yearly VWAP. Now that's a tough one to take to the tick in all candor. 41. Might take another contract if we get down to 41. Or low four, or just 40s in general. Kind of let this one work out. Goes. Oil's pushing.
In which Brad for his allies spent 3.5% of GDP on defense and a further 1.5% in broader defense-related items, according to people familiar with the risk.
Nathan, no ICT stuff here. No fill. You got a fill on this one. So this is ID mid. That's why I'm taking my profit here. I only have one contract. Not gonna let this turn into a loser at this point. Out. Good thing I did. Look at that. Dumperoonie. Okay, wasn't going to turn that winning trade into a losing trade. Stopped me out for a scratch. I was up about 120 on it at one point. But that's some bearish selling. You could participate in this a little bit. Let's go. Oil is such a tough market to trade. What just happened? So I was going back for the price discovery to the downside, but now it looks like it's that would just stop out all those longs, and I hate oil. Guys, this is the stupidest thing ever. All right, so when it's in price discovery and displaces, then comes back to VWAP upper, I'm having trouble deciding if it will accept or reject. All right, let me watch this trade real quick, and then we'll answer that question. An entire sell-off in oil was just bought up. Let's see if we can break back out of value here. YM is struggling with upper band here. It's relatively weak compared to every index. It's only up 1%, whereas everything's up over 1%. So, not a fan, unless you're trying to short it. Let's go oil. Have all day. Ugly trade, but I took too much size on that one. Yeah, but it's trying to push through, and the other indexes are rallying and holding above upper band, so it might pull YM with it. We'll see. Look how this thing stopped everybody out. Oil has become a very difficult ticker to trade. I'm gonna have to take the L on this one. Completely just stopped everybody out. Oil fuckery. All right. What are you guys trading? I mean, oil is just at point of control here. But, you know, I like the downside potential to lower value up here. Just seems to trade so sporadically. 36. Very bullish on NQ. Look at that. You guys are riding this price discovery continuation of the upside. All right, I gotta close this one. Huge loss on oil. Back to NQ. This looks like a double top. Just fleshing out this distribution up here. Problem is, I really don't feel like I'm taking this combine very seriously. You make 1,400 bucks this morning. Real money, this feels like a toy. See if I could come out of this $1,000 hole. One good trade at a time. Not a whole lot of drawdown to work with here. Loss after loss. Well, here's what I did this morning in real money. This was good. So I'm going away this weekend, guys. We're actually leaving this afternoon. So I wrapped up my actual trading earlier this morning. I bought this $49 combine and I've been trading it terribly. So here we are. Way too much size on that oil trade. I was down 300, back to flat, even on the day. Then I took this oversized oil trade, which is still just kind of chopping around here. It was long, was up 150 bucks. Stopped me out at break even. Huge sell-off momentum. Stop run. Flip short. The entire thing got bought up. I took like a huge loss on that. So all right. Well, the problem with these combines is you only get, 500. I have $500 to work with, which is it's very small to me. I can catch one good trade on this. got one good trade in. See if this turns into something much larger. See if we can bring this thing all the way back to VWAP. Just 200. We're going. All right, guys. So somebody posted in the Discord this morning. It was a video with trader. Who was it? Don. Let me take a look here. Don Miller. How trading is a game of inches. That's absolutely true. 100% true. What makes trading a game of inches? All right. Let's talk. I always like comparing trading to sports because I think there's a lot of comparison when it comes to the competitive environment of trading. Coming back down to point of control here. I'm still in this short. 20 points, 80 ticks so far. But just one micro and I'm down a lot, so nothing too exciting. Just take it there. All right. Not a bad trade. So this would be a late entry continuation here if it actually holds. A lot of sellers. I don't know about all that. Back at point of control here. That would be a good area to long if we were to go higher. We do have the initial balance up here. So here would be the, clear this up. Got upper band. Let's look at the distribution. Point of control is at 103. I have it at 128 on NinjaTrader, so pretty close. See if I can add to this one up here. Use a little bit of a sell back right here. Still expecting it to go to point of control. How else is everybody trading this morning? Let's hear how you guys are doing out there. POC I have on NQ is 130 for the regular trading hours. Trying to be patient with this up here. Feels heavy. There it goes. You got another 20 points out of it, at least 130. See if we can get there. And 40, and 38. All right, I'm under $1,000. I've made 500 bucks off of my drawdown so far. I'm right along. Yeah, it's a tough market. I mean, we're just kind of grinding up again, right? So that's always a tough market. If you're not in along and holding it, you're looking for a place to get in. It's hard to buy on such shallow pullbacks. So inevitably, we try and short. You can easily get caught off sides and they can grind you out of that position. So it's very tough. No doubt about that. I'll take this one off. All right, 958. Could be worse.
New York government consider ban of AFD after extremist designation and SPD.
I do like these little bounces.
The SPD leader telling the new government to consider ban of AFD after extremist designation.
See if we can hold this sell off. Keep pushing down. I like that kind of anemic buying for the short. Not bad. this time. Take it at least 125. Beauty. I'm going down on 760 now. I've cut my drawdown in half. I was down 1,500 bucks. Now I'm down 750. One good little trade at a time. Failure low, 582, 682.
100.
Yeah, we got to get through point of control here first.
With others losses since the days.
Right at point of control. Yeah.
Covering losses since that day's announcement.
This has been the buying spot. Held all morning. Does it continue to hold? Do we go higher? I bet it does. Hard to pick your long spot though. Looks like it keeps soaking in shorts to push it higher. So we'll see. I'll bite on that thesis. Scale into a small position, give myself some room. Would you look at that? Right back up. I got oil. Kick me out. I was oversized. Probably had the right idea, but I couldn't give it enough room because I had too much size. This feels like an anemic sell-off here. I'll probably add into this a little bit. Feels like the buyers are done. And we slowly bleed out. I mean, they're trying to push this thing higher, but aggressive buying here. But is it enough? Will there be continuation? I don't think so. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to give this one a little space, a little room. Yep, he's trying. Or is it sucking in longs? I'm not convinced of anything up here, to be honest. Give this one a little time to work out. All right, let's go lower. Who's coming with me? Yeah, I'm short. Just anemic buying. Feels more like a bleed out. You know, we might get a leg up again eventually, but right now, momentum has waned to the upside. And I expect just a little bit of a, you know, maybe a little bit of a low volume pullback before the next leg up on the higher time frame anyway. Yeah, I would say this is more of a higher time frame trade than the 2 minute. We got to get past point of control and drop his upper band. Ah, point of control is in the way. But every time the buyers step in, it gets smashed back down again. So that's a good sign. They're getting lower and lower. Yeah, for sure, Ed. I'm with you. And sometimes these shifts play out, they take a while to happen. You know, we've been at this price level since 10:10, and it is, we've been here for 40 minutes. You know, this is not a fast process, you know, so everybody who's looking at 1 minute charts and 2 minute charts, guys, you know, when something takes 40 minutes to play out, The 2 minutes gonna fake you out over and over again. The 1 minute's gonna fake you out over and over again. This stuff doesn't always happen fast. We lose this level, we're going down to Chinatown. I mean, I'm all in on this trade at this point. I needed to do what I wanted to do, otherwise I'm done with this combine. There it goes. Come on, break this POC. Let's get down to at least 116. That could be true, Chuck, except for the higher time frame always takes priority. Always. Ah. Out of that trade. I don't like that. Now I'll get long.
Chevron says that they're not seeing dramatic oil price changes to make adjustments.
Let's go. That seemed like a trap if I ever saw one. On buyers. Let's go. Unbelievable, guys. This is so hard to trade. Keeps getting smashed. I mean, we're trading like a 20-point range here, not in Q. Now that side got smashed.
Goldman Sachs expects the Fed meeting on the next interest rate cut in July.
I'm over this thing. Waking out to both sides. At least I'm not married to the position here. Back short? This is Top Step X. Oh, so we're scalping, you know, point of control here. This is a distribution we formed here. So you trade the inside to the outside, essentially. That's in the advanced playbook. It's not one of the 4 core setups.
Just heads up, sure will be speculative not talent each leading some instead. We'll get a video out from one week.
How do we get the real move?
White House budget proposal says it would cut non-defense fiscal year 2026 spending by $163 billion.
We got some big players doing business up here, guys. This is why it's doing this.
White House presented a video where comments to speed publicized with new speed which will let's see to watch. White House budget proposal would cancel over $15 billion in infrastructure investment.
Done with this thing, guys. So frustrating. Yeah, crazy chop up here, guys. Mixed markets. I mean, it's been holding upper band this entire time. I'm letting this one go. I'm kind of over it. It's almost easier to start a new combine than do this shit. That's the problem with these $50 combines. So the trade, you know, we got point of control, IB high, value area high, all in the same spot here. We've been consolidating in this distribution right here. I'm just trying to get a short to value area low. I feel like I'm asking for too much, but
White House budget proposal said it would cancel
I think the market has different ideas what it wants to do up here. We're up 1.5% on NQ. ES failed to reach the highs on that push, whereas NQ did. So that's interesting. ES is back now in value at almost. $56.82. That'd be nice. What's that? $56.82. Low volume node.
Just rather early on the punch bowl, about 10 Eastern time. They said Trump's fiscal year 2026 budget will increase defense spending by 13%.
Yesterday's high of day.
Carney says focus of Trump's budget will be both the immediate trade purchase and a broader future economic and security relationship. Industry rating also really said that we'll meet with Trump in Washington on Wednesday, Tuesday.
But we already tested that level and broke through it. So you think it will hold 56.82 this time? After another break? Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like some technical analysis mumbo jumbo to me.
Let's go back to the month-long headline. It did say that Trump's defense spending would be reduced by 23%. Carney says cabinet recall during the week of May 12th. To be recalled.
This price action is awful, guys. Absolutely awful. Shouldn't even be trading this. Russell new highs. Russell's up 2%. Russell is just doing whatever it wants. If we go new highs on NQ, this account is blown, and I'm done for the day on this thing.
White House budget proposal says it would expand U.S. international development.
All right, guys, on YouTube, thanks for participating and joining us.
$1 billion revolving fund. Barclays expects to
We're going to keep trading in the Discord. I'll be away this weekend, so I won't be as active in the Discord, but hopefully you guys will come check us out. We have a free trial. We're going to be doing a Q&A Friday evening at 5 o'clock. I hope to see you there. For the guys in the Discord, we're going to keep trading.